All right, family. So today we're gonna talk about how I find this Baba swing that I said to swing for next week, right? And today it just happened to hit all our price target. I'm gonna delete everything, right? Delete all drawings. Boom. We're at a naked chart. I'm gonna take out all my indicators because I don't really need it, right? The text that's for later. Guys, we got a naked chart here, right? So what I usually do personally is I will go to my 4 hours, right? This is what I do. Everybody trades different, everybody charts out different. But I realize for me, every time I look at a naked chart, I always go to my 4 hour. It's like the others don't exist to me. Why? Because I'm not swinging anything. I'm not really holding anything for a long term. Like I said, everybody's different. So I would first go to my 4 hour. I would chart out my zones of where it bounced the most, which is this area. Can you guys see why I put that line there? Look at that. You see
Yeah,
that?
it's the bottom and it has multiple touches.
Exactly, right? At the bottom, multiple touches. I would also go to the next bottom right here. I like to work where the stock is close. I'm not gonna put it all the way to 129, right? Why am I not gonna do that? Because I know the stock is not gonna shoot right away up there. So why would I put it there? Right? The stock is at 92. Can the stock do a $127 move? Possibly, but I'm being realistic here. So I like to chart where the stock is usually where it's at. Like this, I would put a resistance right around 97 because it's around right our area. Last time it touched that 197 area, it literally tanked to the floor. So now this is where my other recipe comes in. When I say recipe, my second part, right? When I chart out those levels, I even have one here. So I'm just drawing levels. Look at that. I'll make sure it's just perfect, right? I drew it perfectly right on top of those bodies of the wick, right? And then one of the most important part, team, is that I would draw something called a demand zone, right? This is the difference between a support. A support is level. A demand zone and a demand zone is where the stock basically touches the most, right? It becomes an area of zone that every time it goes there, it gets bought up, right? So now that's our buy zone, right? I can even drag it all the way up to here, right? I can drag it all the way up to here. Boom, drag all the way there. It just so happened that every time the stock touches this area, it gets bought up. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
Right? It makes sense. Anyone else understand why this doesn't make sense to anyone else before I move forward? Team,
Yeah, I got it, Carl.
got it.
Yeah,
Diana, you got it too.
yes.
Good, right? So what would I do after that? After I get my levels, I get my zone and all that good stuff, right? Now I understand that every time Baba touched this area around this 86, 87, 87 zone, like what he did here on the 8th, the 2nd, it started to bounce, and I was like, "Yo, guys, the Baba is literally sitting here. Like I've been waiting for this, right? This is what happened on the 23rd." So I was like, "Yo, it bounced. All right, it's retesting this 9097 level. If it breaks above that, we're shooting back to 97." Right, we're shooting back to 97 to get the retest. So I'm gonna tell the team to swing calls. This is the perfect entry right here. Right. Once I saw that, once it held this green zone, it never broke below. It never went to 81. I said, "Yo, I'm gonna tell them to take calls." Right. And look at that. Today it just went crazy. Why? Because when you go to the 4 hour and chart out your lines and it breaks those lines, for some apparent reason, the stock go crazy. That's called a breakout. I literally told Frank,
Wow.
I literally told Frank, get in this play, bro. He's like, is it too late? I'm like, no, my brother, get in there. But I'm so conservative that I don't want anybody losing money. So I'm like, yo, bro, just take profit right here. I'd rather have you take $80 profit. I know it's not a lot, but let's keep doing that every day. Because eventually that $80 will become $1,000. It becomes 100. The 100 becomes a
Right.
thousand. A thousand
Yeah.
becomes right? So now that we understand how I took this play because it held a level, it broke one of our critical resistance. Now I'm gonna go to the buy zone. We're at the sell zone. I'm sorry, guys, sell zone, which means right here, this area.
Mm-hmm.
How did I create that area? Because every time it touched here, it goes down. It broke above, it never held it. It's supposed to hold this and go up, but it broke below. It tried to touch again, it broke below. Try to touch again, it broke below. So in this scenario, this is something called the supply zone for me. I make that my red zone. So once again, team, I did not go to a yearly, to a quarterly, to a monthly, to a daily, to a week. I started straight up from my 4 hour. Straight up to my 4 hour. Straight up. Right? Straight to 4 hours. Like it was the only time frame that I had to chart. Right? And it's funny how if I go to this zone right here, for some apparent reason, we have stocks selling off too. It starts to sell off around this area. Look at that. It sells off. Right? You look at that. Sells off. So what is the play here? The play right here, if you look, is that it's going to be coming down from up here all the way down here. It bounces up there, coming all the way back down to the green, to the red, and now it's coming back to 97. Do you guys see how I understand how the market is working, where it's going to go?
Yes. And so, like, for example, to help yourself, would you like set alerts in Webull for like these levels? So that way, when it hits that point, if you're monitoring other stocks, you're not watching Bob all the time, then you know to go look at it and that you're like ready to take an entry on a put or a call, depending on what level you see it at.
Absolutely, and that's a great idea. How do you set alerts? If you go to your computer, you all know that I don't even know how to trade on my computer. I'm just being legitimately honest. I don't know how to trade on my computer, but I do know how to set alert on my computer. If you have Webull, you're gonna go to that 9097 or your line. You left click that. I'm sorry. You left click that line, and you create alert, and you put the price here above, and I want it to be 91 above $91. Yes, above $91 because it said 9097, and I was like above. Boom, set alert. So every time Baba goes past that line, boom, it's gonna go above. So let's say I can even set an automatic sell. That Baba yesterday was trading at $87 when I called it. $88. I'm sorry, $88 when I told everybody to swing this play, guys. Swing it, $88. We're gonna take that. Guys, if I would have put a automatic sell to be like, yo, if it costs $200 and I know it's gonna move up $2, I'm gonna put a limit buy of me getting filled of another $2. So I'm gonna put at least, I'm gonna put my calls at around, I'm gonna add another $2 to it. Right? If it costs $200, I'm gonna put a $400 fill. Right, I'm gonna add another two because it's gonna be like 2.30 something is like $230. So I'm gonna add another $2, gonna be $430.
That makes perfect sense. And then you
Right?
set your entry and your exit.
Exactly. I just learned how to do that on Friday, guys. And I've been trading for almost a year, and I just learned how to do that. Like I'm in the same position as you. I'm not this person who's great at like the most perfect trader, but I'm also learning. It's just as you guys, I'm learning. I'm doing this every day. But when it comes to this breakout, support and resistance supply zone, I'm the man with this. This I can confidently throw out plays any time of the day. Right? I'm not a
Carl, what you just explained, is that a form of averaging up? Is that what am I
no,
understanding
no, a
that
limit
right?
sell. So meaning when you're at work and
Oh,
you're
okay.
gonna look at chart every day,
Oh,
you're
okay.
gonna say,
Okay.
yo,
Okay.
when this price goes from $2 to $400 because it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
hit this level and I know it's gonna means it's a bullish indication of breaking the level.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
wanna get automatically filled. So I don't
Okay,
have
I
to go to
got you.
Robinhood. I don't have to go to Robinhood and put Baba on the search and then go buy Baba calls. I want to get filled automatically.
I got you.
Yes, sir. That's how you do it. And then it's also the same thing for sell. So let's say I
Mm-hmm.
got filled here, and I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna buy a next week contract, but I want to get filled when it touched this red zone. And so when it touched that red zone, it's gonna sell for you automatically. So you bought it here at around $400, and once it goes to $700, you can sell right here. It's gonna sell it automatically without you even looking. And then you can put a stop loss that if it hits right below that zone, meaning it's indicating a bullish a bullish, a bearish trend, you're gonna get is gonna sell it automatically for you. That's a whole different topic. I myself is still mastering those little technicals, but I'm definitely once I do get it down pat, I'm definitely for sure gonna do a class on it, just like how I'm doing here.
I've done that for selling, Carl, but not for buying.
For buying, that's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful. It's everything is a learning process, but that's how I found this play. Um, Also, I'm gonna show you guys how to trade this. Right, I'm gonna show you guys how to trade supply and demand zone. Uh, what you also want yesterday, one thing that I also seen is that when a stock goes above, so for example, it goes above, it goes above like that. Like you see this green line right here. I'm gonna go to the 15 minute because it makes more sense. It makes more sense. So I'm gonna go to the 15 minute, right? Guys, when you see a stock go crazy and break above the demand zone, don't be like, yo, can I take calls right now? Can I take calls right now? That's not gonna happen, you guys. It's not gonna happen. Why? Because there's something called a pullback. It's called a dip before a rip. So when you have this zone right here drawn out perfectly, and it breaks above it, just like it did here. You guys see what I'm talking about? It broke above.
Yes.
Once it breaks above, you don't want to take calls right away, right? What you want to do is wait for that pullback like it did right here. Once it took that pullback and it held the level, you already know this was showing. And
Yeah, it went right
that's
there.
exactly what it did today. And if you look here, if you do your homework, you can also see that this was a W.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you knew this was a W right here, and you knew that this 9097 was a very, very critical area, you know you was going to take calls all day. You was sniping that all day. You was waiting for that to be like, yo, once it gets to this area, I'm taking calls right here. Guys, this went from 90 to 94 bucks. If this cost $400 and you held all day today, you probably made at least 600, 700 bucks. You'd be like, yo, that was a good play.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good play, guys. It was clean.
That's an amazing play right there. All the way from, imagine all the way from 87 to 92 to 94. I mean, 87 to 94, that's a lot.
It's a
The
great
more
play.
Carl, the more I listen, the more I regret.
Don't worry, man. You know, at the end of the day, I just really, really want everybody to eat with me. That's all I want.
You
Like, I
had
don't
me
care.
set up, buddy.
I want you just guys to get like, yo, I'm so happy when you guys take the play. Like, and it's just like, it goes our direction. Like, yo, I'm so happy the team is eating. Like, that's the best feeling though. You guys don't even understand. It's like me doing my homework. I got 100 on my homework, and all my friends and all my team copied my homework, and they all got 100 too. Now we're all happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's how I feel when you guys take my play and I win, right? That's exactly how I feel. Like, yo, we're literally eating. All of us are so happy right now. You can't even complain. Like our financial worries is lessened because we made certain money in our market. Now our portfolio's up. We're getting closer to our financial goals. Like whatever it is, whether it's gonna be my MetroCard money, my lunch money, or my gas money, whatever it is, right? It's less of our financial worries. But
Mm.
not to chat so much, guys, but it's all M and W's. You have to understand this, right? Once I saw that broke with the zone, I said, yo, I'm gonna wait for a pullback. Once I saw that pullback and they hold this level, I said it's over. My team is gonna eat right here. I hope they held their swing. And then Frank told me this morning, like, brother, I was like, damn, you would have been up crazy, crazy bank from $88 all the way to 91 bucks. I said, wow. I didn't know it was gonna go this crazy. I had $91 price target. Let's see SPY again. Let's see SPY. I had SPY, right? Another example. I had SPY right here, right? SPY, I had a very, very strong level for the past week, you guys. For the past week, SPY is just, I go to my 4 hour again. For the past week, SPY has just been trading in this dark area right here. Like it just won't break for some apparent reason. It loves this 411 area. And I saw it today. I'm like, yo, if SPY holds this level, I'm gonna take SPY calls. And I knew it tried to fake us out right here. It tried to fake us out. Why? Because it never even broke. The body of the candle never closed below this 411. It never closed. The wick went all the way below 411, but the body never closed. And then the market open, it tried to do that BS again. I'm like, yo, this is gonna shoot. Cause why it's not closing? And what happened if you literally took SPY calls? I told Frank, I think Frank was taking all the plays I was giving him. He's like, Brother Carlos, what's the next play? What's the next play? I'm like, yo, let me find a play for us. But I told them literally at 412. And when I gave him the play at 412, yo, this thing shot to like 413. And he's like, yo, we're good right now. I'm broke even. I made all my money back. But that's what it is, guys. Once you see that play, and most likely tomorrow SPY might take a little dip. Why is he gonna take a little dip? Because he has to pull back. He has to pull back and retest our trend, right? He has to pull back and retest our trend because it broke above today, right? We gotta stock the pull above, and it's gonna go to this 411 again, and that's when it's gonna shoot and hold 421, right? It's super possible this can happen. Why do I even say that? Is because look, I have a W right here. Right? I already see what's coming ahead. SPY is going to take a pullback, hold this 411.71 to retest the support because it broke above. So we're going to wait for a pullback, and it's going to create that same exact line like what it did on BABA. Look at that, you guys. This is a gap. If you guys see there's a gray area, this got to get filled. This is at 421. So from 411, I can definitely see this going to 421. Mark my words right now. This is on cam.
Wow.
Right? We should not be shocked at all. Like, yo, SPY went crazy. No, guys. Literally, you heard it here. Like, we're really all doing this together. Like, we're all learning together right here. We see this right now. Baba did the same thing. Who knew Baba was gonna go from 88 to 94 bucks today? So SPY can definitely do the same thing from 411 or go all the way to 421. Not in one day, but definitely maybe next week or maybe even till Friday.
Wow.
So would you take, like, depending on what the market brings tomorrow, if we see the retest of that 411, maybe 2 weeks out to be safe?
Absolutely. And if you were in my class yesterday, I showed this amazing strategy. But if you look at SPY, the reason why I called Baba is that because I had my indication, especially this morning, I had Baba calls right here. Literally, look, I have it even retested and everything. I had my stop loss, everything set right below that buy signal, the candlestick of today's low, right? I had Baba, I had a buy signal, I had a green, let me take this out because it's blocking it. I had a green line here, a green trend, and I had a green STC. I never gave this out, the STC, the stochastic, but when it's green here, I get a buy signal, and this is green, and my trend line is green, I'm taking calls all day. Like right here, I had sell, I had red, and I held all day. So from Baba, from 94, you could have took this play all the way to the switch of this trend to the buy. So from 94, you could have took this a $4 move down. So if you had like 200 bucks, you could have made a quick 700 bucks on this play on one contract. If you had 3 contracts, that's a different story, right? But today, yeah, Baba was just going crazy. And one more trick right here, guys. Right now, does anybody know what pattern this is on Baba? Victoria, don't answer it.
Okay.
Anyone? Exactly, right? It's a bull flag.
Damn, we're gonna say that.
That's why I said exactly. I heard your mouth. Right? So right here, we have a bull flag right here. Perfect bull flag.
Yep.
Right? Perfect bull flag. Beautiful. You don't have to draw the bottom one, but I just like to draw it so I know where it's trading at. Guys.
But Carl, I got a question for you. Why is it bull flag? Because there's multiple red candles?
No, my brother. Look, I'm drawing everything. What does this look like to you, Frank? This black thing that I drew.
Oh, okay.
A flag,
Looks
right?
like a flag.
Exactly. It's a bull
Right.
flag. So, guys, check this out. You can't miss this sauce. You cannot miss this sauce right here. How do I know where this is going to go when it breaks out the bull flag? So what you're going to do is when you measure that candlestick right here, like I did, like I measured it. I measured everything, right? From the flag all the way to the pole down. I will take the measurement of that pole and put it on top of the flag, like that. And then once you do that, you're going to take a horizontal line and put a level just right on top of that. And this can go to 151. And if we look and rechart Baba, guys, Baba can literally go to our 97. Didn't we call that out? Baba can go to 97, and in this scenario, it can definitely go to 100. So we have two confirmation that this Baba play is definitely going to shoot. We just don't know when. We just need to be there. We know that this can either go to 100
And there's a
or
gap to fill
97.
on Baba too.
Is that on the daily? I don't
Is
think that's on
that,
the
yeah,
daily.
you see that?
Yeah, yeah, right here. But we're talking about just the supply and demand play, right?
Okay.
But we no, you're definitely right. There is a gap, like right here. I see it. But
Which
the
is
play
going to drop
itself.
it up more just in general, like over time, right? Because
Exactly.
eventually it has to fill the
Yes, it has to fail.
gap.
But in this scenario, we're looking at a Baba play, guys, that when Baba breaks above this consolidation, you already know you're bullish. And if you want to be an even safer trader, you'd be like, I understand what you're saying, Carl, but I can't lose any money. You put an alarm right here at this 94.55. Why? Because every time you try to retest this line, it breaks out. So you can put an automatic sell at $95 and take a $4 move. That's still a lot of money.
I was trying to put an alarm on stuff, but it's not working.
On what, on Weeble?
Yeah, you said left click. You said left click, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna put a line. You're gonna put a line right there, right, on top of where it went, and then 92.81. You're gonna put you're gonna click that line. Click that line and left click the line. So click the line that you drew and left click it after.
Oh, okay.
And then it's gonna say create alert. And since we're picking on the bullish side, you're gonna put above. You can even put a price. You'd be like, price, I want it to be 94, above 94, right? 94.50. Boom. And look at that. And it went right there. Even though I left click here, it went up there, 94.50.
Right.
Right? And that's basically saying that, yo, this is gonna go crazy. So pay attention to your Baba team. The Baba right now is one of the best play because Baba is literally on a trend. And the most beautiful part about it, team, we caught that from the bottom. Right? That's how you play. You don't want to take stocks in between and take it all the way which direction. Like you can get faked out. What you want is all the way from the bottom to the top, and from the top going to the bottom. That's the play right there. That is a trading setup. This is the reason why they say you don't have to trade every day when you have proper setup. I know some of my friends that only trade literally once a month, and out of those 1 month they make at least 100,000.
Wow.
We, like us, we trade every single day. We're trying to make $100, $200, $1,000, but then we lose it all right after because we trade every day.
Right.
Because we don't have a setup. We're just trying to be like, yo, I want to treat this like a 9 to 5 where I gotta show up every day so I can make money. Guys, this could be a business too. Once you understand and learn how to find your setup, your supply and demand zone, you'll be like, yo, right now this is showing on my demand. I'm taking calls tomorrow. If you literally had $3,000 to play with and you took it an 87 all the way to hell to Baba to 97, yo, you could have took profit right here, and that 3,000 you had would have probably turned to 15,000 today.
Wow. I'm glad I got back in there, man. I'm in Baba right now with those 2 contracts.
Yo, but I'm serious, you guys. This is it. This is something called the high probability setup, right? There's a reason why we're called the sniper crew, the sniper group. That's not because it sounds cool. No, guys, I put that there for a reason because we get the best entry and we get the best exit. One shot, one kill. Every single time we have this one bullet, and it's always going to be a headshot. Right? We always make that one bullet count. Guys, I'm being dead serious right now.
I love that, man. I'm serious. That's
No,
it.
I love that. Because sometimes, especially when you're playing with a small account, like you have a limited amount of funds. You can invest it and you want it to hit when you take a play. You don't want to keep missing. What's the point?
Exactly right. Like we're just trying
to
right.
Yeah, I took a break for a minute because I kept on blowing my shit, and I'm like, wait, hold on, I
know how that feels.
gotta give.
I know how that feels. I know how that feels. Seriously, right? I laugh because it's like there are certain things like I was there once too. I was literally. And it's so funny because now those memories that made me cry, they're like, yo, is this even for me? I'm now laughing at it. Be like, yo, I need that to get better. If I didn't go through those experiences, I wouldn't be able to teach my team this.
You'll be sitting there like, damn, imagine if I would have gave up. Like, wow,
that's what am I gonna do? Now I gotta give up my dream to make sure somebody else's dream get accomplished. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't afford that right now. Right? But seriously, team, when you have the understanding of charting at the 4 hour, drawing your where the stock bounce, all that, and then you draw those zones where the stock bounced from, guys, you become super elite. Like, yo, I don't gotta trade every day. Why? Because my setup is not there. Right? You don't have to
Wow.
be that person
That's
that
it, man.
that's it,
That's
bro.
it.
You don't just want to keep throwing food in the wall and see which one sticks. What if nothing sticks? Now you lose your account and be like, damn, yo, I just lost all my money. Like, damn, that's the worst
That's a
feeling ever.
bad feeling, man. I'm serious.
Right? Now I gotta go find somebody else to see which play I'm gonna take. Guys, you don't want to be like that. Like, I really want you guys to be so independent and be like, yo, I literally understand how this kid trades, and I'm gonna trade like him, and I understand how to play this game, and I'm gonna play the game the way he taught me. Because if it's
Bro,
working for him,
let me ask you a question.
talk to
Will I
me.
be able to can I get a recording of this later on tonight?
Of course, everybody gets a recording. If you're
Oh,
part of
okay.
the Patreon, you get all
Oh,
this.
okay, bro. All right. I got to get out to this chiropractor appointment, man.
Go,
Thank you,
go ahead,
brother.
brother. Be safe. Do your
Okay.
thing. But guys, we have 8 minutes here. I just want to make sure. I wanted to do a simple class, straight to the point. Do you guys have any question before we end this?
No, I'm good, girl. Thank
You're
you.
good. You're very, very welcome. So yeah, team, please, once again, just find proper setup. I don't want you guys just taking trades because I called it. I want you guys to be like, I see why he called it. His 4 hour had a supply zone. It makes sense why he called Baba calls because he had a demand zone right at the 4 hour and he never broke below. That makes sense why he calls those. No wonder he called calls at 90 at above 91 9097. It's because that was a critical support for the past since this week, and he just broke it today. You see that?
Yeah.
Guys, once you understand this game, you can teach this to your kids. You can teach it to any friend. You can take on a flight. Go open up your laptop in the airport and get all that flight money back. I've done it so many times. You could get an Airbnb, open your laptop the next day and get all that money back you spent on that Airbnb. Guys, you have the power to print money. Your only job is to invest in your skills and understand this, right? Nobody's going to do this for you but you. I can't do it for you. I won't be there every single morning. If I tell you guys, yo, guys, I'm not going to be trading for an entire month, like I made my financial goal already. You guys do you. Everybody's like, oh, where am I gonna go? Where am I gonna go? Which group should I join now so I can take place? Guys, I don't want you ever go through that. If you're in my group right now and you're investing in this Patreon and you're in this class, I want you guys to most independent. If you guys one day become so great at this, I want you guys to start your own shit. Now I want you guys to start teaching this. I will never ever get angry at you guys if you guys start your own shit because you invested in your skills. Like I appreciate you guys for telling me thank you, but you don't have to really thank me. This is all you. I'm just doing my part. My part is just to help people. Somebody taught me this. Now I gotta teach this. Right? I'm up 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm up almost from 9:30 to 3 a.m. Created a watch list, going over why I made a mistake and all these strategies. Because I love it. You don't have to do all that, but at the end of the day, if you really, really love what you do and you want to be great at what you do, sometimes that's what it's gotta take.